What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Toss the Rock podcast. Steven here with Chris and Kevin, the usual. You know how it is. So today we just got a Toss in the Rock episode. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful talking about things going on in the world of sports. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube at Toss the Rock Podcast. Follow the Instagram at Toss the Rock Podcast. That's all there is to it. Keep supporting the fellas. All right. Before we start, once again, one second. Let me just grab something first. Oh, yeah, look at that. Boys, we did it. Fantasy champion right here. You don't even understand what I've had to go through to bring this boppy home for the where is it? The second time. Ignore Will. That my next sticker will be coming soon. Let me just take you through the season of my fantasy football team. I come in with the number one pick. I draft Christian McCaffrey. You guys all know how that season went. He played 3 games for me. That's it. I end up getting Mike Davis later on the season. I also drafted George Kittle. You know how that goes. Missed like the entire end of the season. Ended up trading him for Devontae Parker before the playoffs. Made a lot of stupid trades. I had Kelsey. I traded for Kelsey. Traded him for Kareem Hunt. Bad trade. I also traded for Kenny Galladay, DeAndre Swift for him, pretty much. He never played a game for me. But I had my fellas. Marvin Jones I got. That's probably my favorite player. Drafted Allen and Diggs. We'll get to that in later. I just had the heart. I had my boys on my team. I just had the heart. And then we'll bring you to the finals. I'm down by 60 points. Everyone played bad on my team. 60 points, no hope. And then it was Monday night, and the Bills played the Patriots, and Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs gave me this. It's a true comeback story. I mean, I think it was the greatest fantasy season ever. And you guys don't even want to know the team I assembled last year. I ended up losing. Four players, I'll say. I had Mahomes, McCaffrey, Saquon, and Tyreek Hill. Pretty good at this game. I'm pretty good at fantasy. All right. Anyways, enough gloating. I'm sorry. But no, wait, one more thing. That's how you guys know you're getting good information from us, you know? To bring this home twice in 14-person league, you're getting good information here. So keep tuning in. You know you're hearing the good stuff. But all right, enough of that. We'll get right into it. We'll hear from the other guys. So in the NFL, while we're on the topic, it's a huge week 17 this week. Huge week. Multiple teams playing for a playoff spot. And it's going to be crazy because there's going to be some teams with 10 wins that won't even be in the playoffs. But what are we thinking? Chris, we'll go to you. What are you thinking? Who do you think is going to come into the playoffs this week out of all the teams competing?
So obviously we got a lot going on. I mean, if you look in the NFC, we got that division over there, obviously, with a lot of teams with a low record. We got Washington fighting for it. You know, we got the Giants fighting. We got Dallas fighting. So I honestly think that Washington will come out on top of that division.
I hope
think Washington will get into the playoffs. I have faith in Rivera. I have faith in that defense. I think that's a solid defense. Obviously, that's not going to get them far. I mean, they'll probably lose in the first round or whatever, the wild card, assuming. But I think they'll at least come out on top out of that. But it's close. It's close.
No, listen, no. I got no problem. I think Washington will win too, and I hope they do. Yeah. I hope they do get in. But I think there'll be a hard out, dude. With Alex Smith at the helm, like he's solid. Like he can keep your team in a game.
You think they're gonna win a game?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I wouldn't count him out like guaranteed loss. Chase Young is. It would be crazy to say he's the best defender, but it wouldn't be to say he's top 5. Chase Young is
the best player on that team, I think. Right now. I honestly think that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I'd probably agree.
Scary Terry maybe too.
True.
I mean, he's really good, but no. But like you saw at the end of the year, they had Dwayne Haskins handling or going under center, and he stunk. He was terrible. Alex Smith, when he was playing, he's kept him in games. They dethroned the Steelers. I wouldn't count them out that quickly. But
Yeah.
I hope they do make it at least.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in the NFC going on? Those playoff fixtures?
I think we got we got an interesting situation with the Rams, right? So the Rams, what can they secure again? They're going to be using the backup, obviously, right? We know Goff's
Oh
out.
yeah, that's right. Goss
So,
out.
and they're going to be fighting for something there because I'm pretty sure
Yep.
that would give them the edge over Seattle. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. No, wouldn't give them the division.
No,
Wouldn't
they
give them-
clinched division. It would.
Yeah.
No. Okay, wait. It would bring them over. Hold on, I'm trying to look at it right now.
Yeah. It gains them.
Oh, okay. So it's only showing the clinches in my thing. So there's 3 spots available.
Yep.
Right now it would be the Washington would be in it, Rams would be in it, and I think Bears would be in it. So
The Bears.
So all right. So ready, this is how it's gonna work. It's Rams versus Cardinals, week 17. I think whoever wins that game gets in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, Cowboys and Washington are competing for it. And Giants are also, but Giants need both Cowboys and Washington to lose, and Cowboys are playing the Giants. So,
And I think it's the Packers who, if they grab a W, they will secure the whole entire NFC, right? I think that's how that's going to work. They'll get the bye. If the
yeah,
Packers beat
probably.
the Bears,
Yeah, they're
That's
against the
interesting because-
Saints for it.
because the Bears, Aaron Rodgers is historic for just beating the crap out of the Bears. Let's just be honest. That's
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers does that on a regular basis. So that's not a good look for the Bears making the playoffs. But that's not the only route I think the Bears can have to the playoffs, right? I think the other option is if Arizona, there's another game.
No,
I think if
Arizona has to lose, right?
Yeah.
All right. So they have the same record as Arizona.
Yep. So if Arizona loses, I think the Bears will still make it either way, right? I think they'll secure it.
Yeah, if Arizona loses, yes.
Okay.
But if the Arizona wins, then the Bears have to win too, and I guess it'd be between the Bears and the Rams for the tiebreaker.
Yeah. And I don't know how much faith I have in the Bears being able to pull off that win.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tough. It's really tough. I don't really.
It's looking
You're-
bleak for them.
If you're a Bears fan, I'd be betting on Arizona losing at this point. To be honest, I'm not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have faith in my team, bro. That's
Dude,
tough.
Give the Bears credit though. I mean,
Yeah. No. They were
really good. Then they were absolutely terrible, and now they're somehow still in it for the playoff spot.
And Mitch is looking all right. I mean, Mitch is looking doing.
I still want Bears to miss it. I want Cardinals in it. I want.
Yeah, I'd rather have Arizona in it for sure.
Yeah.
It would be way more interesting.
I'm just happy the Eagles can't make it, or at least earlier in the season. Dude, what Eagles are always on primetime games, or at least not primetime, just ones that are airing on live TV. And I had to watch a lot of Eagles games, and Carson Wentz made that offense so unwatchable.
Yeah.
So it's good to see Jalen Hurts at the helm at least. But out of those NFC East teams, I definitely want the football team.
Yeah.
All right. Let's shift to AFC. This is huge. This is actually wild for this conference. There's only 3 teams that clinched playoffs: Chiefs, Bills, and Steelers. But in the hunt, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10-win teams, and one of them can't make it. So between the Colts, Browns, Ravens, Dolphins, and Titans, who do you think is least qualified to be in the playoffs? Let me hear it, Kevin.
Indianapolis, I guess.
Really?
Makes them, yeah. I don't know. I like Miami for whatever reason.
No, I
They're
did
just
too.
They're just like a team that gets it done, and Xavier Howard's just unbelievable. Baltimore had ups and downs, lost to the Patriots, but then came back, and now they're doing all right. Cleveland, same thing with Cleveland. They're like up and down, but I think they have a good enough team around them that they deserve to be in. Yeah, I just Indianapolis, I guess, would be the team out for me.
Really?
I mean,
I'll say this. I say this a lot. If Indianapolis still had Andrew Luck, they'd be undefeated this year. That's guaranteed. That is guaranteed.
yeah, you're not. Wait, did you say undefeated?
Yes. Undefeated.
Wow.
They would be undefeated.
What was some of
They'd be in
Indianapolis'
the playoffs easily, but
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't
not.
remember who they lost to, but it's like the Colts have probably one of the best rosters, and they have the best O linemen in the league on their team, which
Yeah.
probably correlates to one of the like at least a top 3 O line in the league, because he
Yeah.
stays healthy, unlike Zach Martin. But the receivers are solid. Ty just doesn't get. He had an off year because Phillip Rivers is not that great anymore. Michael Pittman, rookie, he's fine. Like it's just they're all playing under Phillip Rivers, who's not the best passer. Jonathan Taylor's getting a ton of work, but they also lost Marlon Mack this year. It's like they would have had Marlon Mack and Taylor running the ball along with Naheem Hines pass catching. Like that's pretty good.
Right.
And then their defense, Darius Leonard. I forget who was on that team, but I know they have a really good defense. Excuse me for forgetting, but like I think that team deserves to be in the playoffs just because they have such a good roster. I mean, out of these teams, I kind of want all of them to make it, but like, all right, here's the thing: Titans. I want Titans to make it because of Derrick Henry. I want Ravens to make it because of Lamar. I want Browns to make it because it's the Browns. Like it's their time has come, right?
Yeah, like it would be so sad for them
Yeah,
to get all the way to here and not
yeah.
make.
I think, dude, and they choked last week. They choked so hard against the Jets.
Yeah, they
They
did.
would have been locked in.
I mean, the Browns are going to have a good chance at it here because remember, where Steelers are benching Ben for this. Yeah. So that's going to be the rematch. And what is it? It's Myles Garrett and Rudolph, right? Is that the quarterback?
I don't know if they're
Rudolph?
starting Rudolph.
I think they are.
Okay.
So it's going to be Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett situation again.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird situation.
Like, and then the Colts, just because of like what I said, their insane roster. It's just the Dolphins. Like, I love the Dolphins, but would I want to see two in the playoffs? Not really. Would I want to see Ryan Fitzpatrick in the playoffs? Hell yeah. That's where it's
Ryan Fitzpatrick has COVID, huh? Or he got put on the COVID
Does he?
list. Yeah.
I mean,
So
no,
that's
he's
going to
going
be
to be starting
interesting.
anyways.
Who is Miami playing again?
Yeah, we'll get into the matchups right now, actually. So
Okay.
Miami's playing the Bills. They're playing Allen and Diggs for like the first quarter, maybe first half. So
Right,
Dolphins have a good chance of that.
That's a good point. Right, because there's nothing for the Bills to earn here. Yeah,
No.
they've already won the division. Yeah, and obviously the Chiefs locked up the bye. So okay.
All right, the Titans are playing the Texans. I don't know if Deshaun's playing. If he's not, then I think you can lock Titans in to make this playoff spot. But who knows? Maybe Deshaun works his magic and he could clutch out a win. It would be worth nothing though. The Ravens are playing the Bengals. I think they lost to the Bengals last time they played. Did they?
I'm not 100%, but I know
not losing again if they did.
Yeah, I don't think they will. Marquise Brown's actually getting the ball now. Lamar's actually playing like
Lamar's looking nice.
Yeah, Lamar's turned it up
all around.
Yeah, and Bengals already so injured, so wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens make it. I would be surprised if they didn't make it though. Browns versus Steelers, we talked about that. Browns have a really good shot at this, and then Colts versus Jaguars. So everyone has easy matchups relatively, except depending on the Texans or the Bills, how long Allen and Diggs play, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting.
Well, I mean, Browns Pittsburgh is not like it's just because of Big Ben, right? Or what?
Yeah, pretty much. I think.
I mean, it's still their defense is still amazing. So
but they're not going to score, right? They don't run the ball as good as they did earlier in the season. James Conner gets like no touch. Fumbles.
I don't know, but I don't know. Cleveland lost to the Jets though, so can we really even count on them at this point? Like I don't know. There's nothing to say. But then again, I mean, I just like you guys said. I hope for their sake, they don't get this far and then let us down. Like you know what I'm saying? Come on, like
ridiculous.
For their sake.
Ready? All right. So, okay. Wait. Let me pull this up. Okay. Here we go. So, we'll talk about Cleveland. Just we'll probably only do this for Cleveland, but if Cleveland clinches a playoff berth with their win, Indianapolis loss, like these are so if they win they clinch. If Indy loses and I think they lose, they clinch. If Tennessee loses, plus a Miami win or tie, plus Baltimore win or tie, they make it. That could happen. That's actually very possible. That is very possible to happen.
Right.
And then the rest are if Cleveland ties or whatever, which is really rare. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on those. So I mean, those are the only real ones. They're real
Scenarios.
Is just winning. So if they win, they get in. The thing is for Indianapolis, they have to win and Tennessee lose. So that's I mean, it's possible, but that's a lot harder for Indianapolis. I think pretty much with every team, it's just if they win, they clinch. Except for the Colts. Yeah. And then if they lose, then it goes to other scenarios of other teams having to win or lose.
So now with a Miami loss, is Miami just out, or is there other situations where Miami could lose and still be in?
Let me see. So if Miami loses, they would need Baltimore to lose or Cleveland to lose or Indianapolis to lose.
Okay, so
they would only need one of those teams.
Okay.
Because all right, let me pull this up 1 second. Okay, so the order of like the rankings of like the head to head, it goes Titans are in first, like through those teams, then the Dolphins, then Ravens, then Browns, and then Colts, who are out.
Okay.
So all those teams just need to win, and then they're automatically in it. So it's basically it's down to if one of the team lose, that's when it gets interesting. If they win, then they're in. That's how it goes.
I mean, I'll tell you, regardless. Okay, like you said, they're obviously probably partway through that game with the Bills, they're gonna be benching either like Allen and Diggs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But that's not gonna change the fact they still got some pretty good running game there, and I don't think that's gonna change. Will they take out their running backs? I mean,
their number one running back was Josh Allen. That's how I think of it.
Really? Okay, right?
But,
because I don't know.
Zach Moss isn't in Singletary. They don't. I don't think they had the.
They run hard though. They run hard. They run hard at times.
True.
They do run hard. So
yeah. I don't know if John Brown's playing because they'll probably warm him up in this game if he does. But if he does play, John Brown's a really good receiver. Gabriel Davis, I really like. I'm guessing we'll see more of Cole Beasley than we will see of Diggs in this game. So the receiving core is still really solid, and I think any quarterback could do well with those receivers.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting.
We'll see, but just the thing to pay attention to is if they ever somehow got in a situation here where Miami needs to win, there's no Fitzpatrick to come in, you know what I'm saying? Big brother and help out Tua. So this is
Miami got saved by Fitzpatrick, and they kind of dodged a bullet with the Browns, but I actually don't know. Yeah, no, they did. Or no. Who would be out? Hold on, let me check. If the Browns won, then the Ravens would currently be out of the playoffs. So, yeah, it's interesting.
It's gonna be interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of mad at the Browns. Wish they just won. And also the Jets. Like, what are they? All right, here we'll go to last night. Clemson got destroyed by Ohio State after their coach was like, Ohio State doesn't even deserve to be in this game.
Yeah.
They got destroyed. Does that hinder Trevor Lawrence's value? I think not, but I want to hear what you guys think.
I think no.
No.
Yeah.
That's my view.
Kevin?
No way.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean, I'm a pretty big Trevor Lawrence fan myself.
Yeah.
And I just like all he can give to you. Like, he made some like effortless dimes that were just right on target. Like, he still played well in this game, so you can't necessarily blame it on him.
Exactly.
He had 400 yards and like, I don't know, 3 touchdowns or something.
Yeah. And let's not forget, right? This was his second loss in his college career. His other loss was in the national championship game because at least he made it there as a sophomore. And what, didn't he win it as a – or no, he won it as a freshman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, this dude there's no chance this hinders his value. Well, it doesn't – I don't think it affects Trevor Lawrence. How does this affect what's his name? Why am I forgetting?
Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields.
Well, it's like he took a shot in that game and he was in so much pain. He was wincing every time he threw.
Yep.
And like he still like battled and stuff. And I don't know what they did at halftime, but he still played really well. So I mean, he's just like really tough and stuff, but I don't know if I exactly see him being like a great NFL quarterback though. I just don't see that from him.
Okay. Do you think it'd be first round pick? If he
Um,
enters, he might not even enter. I don't know.
yeah, if he enters, probably. I mean, this injury doesn't look too bad, so yeah, I think he would.
Okay, Chris,
That
what do you
makes
think?
sense.
I think honestly, if he enters, I feel like this certifies him as the number 2. I feel like right behind Trevor Lawrence should be him.
What
100%.
about Mac Young or what's the other guy? Kyle Trask.
I feel like those can go. I mean, you could debate it, but I feel like they would fall behind him. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay. Well, do you think Trevor Lawrence will enter this year for the Jaguars if they take him?
Man, I don't know. All I know is I was looking at something, and the Jaguars, bro, have been historic for not having solid quarterback play and not having solid quarterback. So him going there, I feel like either way he's going to be a good quarterback considering it's the Jaguars. You know what I'm
We're
saying?
ready. Jaguars may have struggled at quarterback with like Blake Bortles and stuff, but
Right.
the team they built around Bortles was insane. So we know they're capable of building a
Yeah.
really good team. They're
Mhm.
also capable of tearing it down that quickly. I don't think it's the worst fit. It's better than the Jets. I'll say that. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, Kevin, what anything saying that?
I think he should stay.
Really?
Like they're at Clemson, they're wrong, but actually I don't know because like he could be in an even worse scenario if he stays another year. So I don't know. He could
Exactly.
also pull off like an Eli Manning move and just say
Yeah.
no,
That's
I'm not
true.
going there.
I guess.
And
But I mean, if he does stay, let's say Jets get rid of Darnold. Darnold, they trade him or something. He'd be right back in an even worse situation. I mean, you never know what could happen in the NFL. It's so random. Next year, like the Jets could even make the playoffs, and it's like, what just happened?
yeah.
That's how random it is.
Yeah.
I just think it's too much of a gamble. I would go to the Jaguars and I take him to the Super Bowl if he can. Okay. All right. Let's talk about the Patriots a little bit. Because we're kind of in an interesting situation. Where do we move? Do we rebuild? Do we stock up another free agent quarterback? Keep Cam? Chris, what do you think we should do?
So personally, I'm a big Cam guy. I love Cam, but I don't feel like this is the fit. I don't know. In general, I feel like Cam as a whole, he hasn't looked great. I feel like there's a lot of issues here, and there's a big debate about is it the weapons or is it Cam? And people try to argue either or. Which falls more reliable. You know what I'm saying? And how we've been playing and the issues we've been having this year. And I feel like in general, though, if you put any quarterback right in this situation, I don't feel like we're going to be in our offense, right? In our offense, the weapons we have, especially at the wideout position. If you put a quarterback in that position, I don't feel like you're going to be in a great spot by the end of the season comes around and the record in terms of that. I don't know. This roster we have on offense, man, it really needs some improvement, dude. It really does. So I do feel like it's not all on Cam. I feel like that's just slander at that point, saying it's all on Cam. But I feel like Cam isn't the best fit for the position, and I feel like going forward, we definitely could draft a quarterback here. So that's how I feel about it.
Think we go with Fields?
I think Fields could be nice for this. I'm not sure, but that's my view.
I wouldn't complain with any quarterback. I mean, I thought last year we should have taken Jalen Hurts.
But obviously, when you get that quarterback, though, we're gonna have to make improvements to the wideout spot.
Yeah,
we're
for
not
sure.
going anywhere with this lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a guy like Demir Bird, Jacoby Myers is good, but are they really that good? No.
They're good enough.
Well, N'Keal Harry's got to take a big step for sure.
Yeah.
And we didn't have Edelman.
Probably his last year, bro. This is his last chance, honestly. Next year, it's probably his last chance.
Right. Who, Harry?
Yeah.
Harry.
But anyway, Kevin, what were you saying?
Well, I was just saying that like there's a lot of pieces that we're missing, like whether it's injuries and COVID related. So I think
That's true.
if you go out and get a couple guys and you secure a quarterback, like they'd be a pretty decent team, I think. Especially defensively, I think we could be a really good defensive team. So
yeah. Would you draft Hurts, Kevin? I'm not Hurts, Fields.
Fields. Well, quick little hypothetical. If you go back and if Lawrence goes back to Clemson for another year, we tank and Now we get Lawrence.
I mean, no, that there's
I
no
would
way
love
that.
that. I mean, that would be great.
Dude, we had our chance to do it with COVID losing a ton of players. Like, we didn't have to get Cam. This could have been our year to do it, and we
Yeah.
just didn't want to do
I
it.
mean, I think it's notable to say. I think as of right now, the Patriots we're at what the 15th spot in that first round in terms of the pick, and I feel like that could fall to I think either 14th or even all the way down to 9th, depending on a bunch of different situations.
Okay.
But I don't feel like we're gonna come out and lose this game, just hand it away to the Jets. There's
Yeah.
no way in my mind. We're gonna try to win it, and we could win it. I
The
don't
Jets
know.
been on a roll, bro. Jets won 2 in a row.
They
Yeah,
have.
I
No,
think-
they have. I'm just saying. I feel like we're gonna give a good effort in this, 100%. I don't feel like we're just gonna throw this. That's not Belichick. I don't feel like that's our team. We don't throw games like that.
But why wouldn't we though in our situation?
It's true. It's true. Why wouldn't we if you think of it like that? But
Yeah.
it just seems like I don't know when they've asked Bill in the press conferences and stuff, he's always defending about how he wants to win and stuff. That's just how always Bill's been. But that's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, if we do win, we get in or lose, we get in a much better spot in terms of the draft.
Yep. Well, I will say I'll give you guys props in this. Just changing the subject real quick. You guys said back when we did our NFL midseason awards, you guys said the Steelers were the phonies. I'll give you props. I was completely wrong. I thought they weren't. I thought they would possibly like lose one game maybe. They lost 3 in a row, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
You guys get your props. That was that was a good call. But I will say I did get right, I guess, with the Raiders. They didn't end up making the playoffs. So there's that. But one thing we did get wrong, I think it was me and Kevin mostly, or I guess, I don't know. We all kind of thought it. I don't remember what you said, Chris, but you can remind me. But we said Murray for like MVP kind of during the midseason. Way off. And then also Wilson.
I think I went with Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said Wilson, but both.
Oh, okay. I said Murray. I was way off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both kind of fell off, and it's disappointing, especially Wilson, bro. I really want him to win an MVP. Like, dude, the way he's been playing over the past 2 or 3 years has just been unreal. And
it was his year for
sluggish.
sure at the beginning.
Yeah, and he's just been sluggish.
It's tough.
Nothing much to say. He's just been bad.
And then, in general, where do you guys think we stand right now? So you guys think if we were to select top 3, it'd be what? Mahomes, Rodgers, and Allen, right? Is that you guys' view on that?
Quarterbacks in the league? Ooh.
Yeah, for MVP. No, for MVP. For MVP.
Oh, MVP. Yeah.
Yes, MVP.
I want Mahomes. I mean, I guess Rodgers might have the edge over Mahomes, but I want Mahomes to win it.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it'll probably be Rodgers.
Yep.
But
that's my
you
view.
never know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certainly a case for either. What else? What other predictions did we make?
We talked about like best tandems, didn't we? Between a receiver and a
best duos.
Yeah, I think I said Kyler and Hopkins. I was just recency bias.
Yeah, I think I might have too.
Yeah.
I took Rodgers and Adams, which I think
Probably
could be
right.
right.
I'd ride with my boys. How could I not? Allen and Diggs. How could I not ride with them?
Right.
Oh, I mean, I remember saying that like T.Y. Hilton was like one of our biggest busts. He's actually came back in the second half of the season. I know I was just rashing on earlier, like Phillip Rivers not being that great. T.Y. Hilton wasn't bad. He hasn't been bad. There's that. Anything else we should touch on? I see in the meeting time says we only have 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I see that too.
I feel like, well, in terms of the Patriots, again, I could go back to this a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see what direction we go in right here, because we got some players that are obviously some of these like more core pieces, they're not core pieces, but they're a little bit more set in our roster. Some of these pieces are getting old. You know what I'm saying? You guys got like Edelman and stuff and Hightower. You don't know. A lot of these guys are free agents too.
McCourty's.
Even White. Yep, McCourty's, exactly. And they're all Slater. I know Slater's not the biggest, but he's always been here really as a special teams player. We don't know about him either in terms of going in 2021. So a lot of this could change around, and we could go from trying to grab a quarterback or maybe even in free agency get a quarterback, whatever we want to do, because we got a lot of cap space. We could try to set this to be competitive in the next 1 to 2 years, or depending on how this all goes, if we lose some of these key players, whether it's retirement or whatever, not signing them with the free agency, we're looking at a full rebuild pretty much here. I mean, this is going to be a 5-year deal, go all the way, reset the roster, because there's a lot of pieces in areas of our roster that are just completely horrible. I mean, pass rush is not a good look for the Patriots. They need to work on pass rushing 100%. So I feel like there's some work to be done, and we'll see how they approach it. But
Yeah, we're in dangerous waters.
Yeah, I mean
hopefully
that's
this
definitely
will-
tough to swallow. That we could be terrible for the next 5 years after such a good run,
exactly.
Brady and the boys. But
the Brady bunch.
no, yeah, sad.
um,
Yeah.
I will say quickly, like Celtics losing to Pistons. What was that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Terrible.
Time's running out. Thank you all for watching. Much appreciated. Be sure to go like, subscribe on this video. Follow us on Instagram at Toss the Rock Podcast, YouTube at Toss the Rock Podcast. You know what it is. That's it. Peace.